What do a Jane Austen era love letter, a scold's bridle, and a model of Abraham Lincoln made entirely from pulped banknotes have in common? They can all be found inside one of Britain's oldest museums. Nestled in the historic market town of Kendal, perhaps most famous for its mint cake, Kendal Museum is just a short walk from the old town, with its cobbled streets and stone cottages. The museum is the perfect place to stop if you're exploring the Lake District and want to dive into this region's fascinating past. Kendal Museum was first created as the brainchild of local apothecary William Todhunter, who founded its first iteration in 1796 as a means through which to share his collections of fossils, minerals, plants, animals, and antiquities. William was really quite forward-thinking, as at this time such institutions beyond private collections were only just starting to appear. Few public museums existed in the Georgian era, with the British Museum, established in 1753, and the Holburne Collection in Bath, founded in 1793, being some of the only other examples. This history adds a whole extra layer to the visit, and you really do get a sense of what the museum's first Georgian visitors may have experienced when they first marvelled at the collection. Despite its historic roots, though, in many ways the museum has a very modern outlook. Visitors are encouraged to interact with certain items in the collection, and there are various opportunities for doing so, which you can see me doing here. It's also absolutely packed with lots of social history and some great examples of women's history too. I always love a look at some historic textiles, and there are some wonderful little babies' bonnets here, as well as a beautiful mourning ring and plenty of purses and parasols. The knitting sticks you can see now were another great little find. Beyond the practical use, they were often carved with decorative designs and initials as love tokens. And here there's a beautiful collection of rocks and minerals collated by local mining engineer Bill Shaw and geologists like Adam Sedgwick, John Ruthven and Jonathan Otley. Obviously I'm more into the history side of things, but I could have stood and stared at these all day. They are just so gorgeous and mesmerising. You'll also find displays on the Roman and medieval history of the area, which showcase some incredible artefacts, including a real Roman curse tablet, lots of Roman oil lamps, hordes of medieval coins and a real Viking sword. There are far too many items to show you all in one video, but watch on for some of my personal favourites. So here we have the museum's famous cabinet of curiosities, featuring an iconic model of Abraham Lincoln made entirely from pulped banknotes. I think this had to be my favourite cabinet as it features so many random little treasures. And another highlight is this huge teacup with a built-in moustache guard to save gentlemen from getting tea in their facial hair. This cabinet also houses one of my favourite items in the whole collection, a beautifully illustrated handwritten love note thought to date to the 18th or 19th century. This puzzle purse is a gorgeous example of letter locking and originally would have been intricately folded so that each of the 8 panels were revealed individually to its recipient. I can't help wondering who created this little work of art and who received it and kept it safe for all those years before it came to the museum. Kendal Museum is also home to a genuine Sheila Nagig. These carvings depict female figures with exaggerated vulvas and are thought to relate to older folkloric traditions surrounding fertility and femininity. This example is of an unknown date, but I think it is just fascinating. Darker history is also represented in the museum, with one striking example being seen in this man trap, used to capture poachers attempting to hunt animals on land owned by the rich. I was also particularly struck by the scold's bridles and thumbscrews. Although I've read much about these devices, seeing them in person was a very different experience. Scold's bridles are most popularly associated with the punishment of outspoken women, or scolds. These devices were fixed around the head of the offender whose ability to talk was disabled by an iron insert that protruded into the mouth. In keeping with its Georgian origins, the museum also houses an extensive collection of taxidermy animals. As I've focused on human and social history in this video, I haven't filmed this, but if it's your kind of thing, then there's plenty of it. It was also great to look around a contemporary exhibition created by local artist Amy Story. This provided a nice contrast to the many centuries of old pieces, and it was great to see local talent and creativity thriving in the area and being supported too. The museum also holds regular workshops, family events and community projects, so it's far more than just a place to look at old things. It's a living part of the community where everyone can get involved. And I would like to think that William Todhunter would be thrilled that the team today are keeping the spirit of curiosity upon which the museum was founded alive for new generations. So, if you find yourself in Cumbria, don't miss the chance to step inside Kendal Museum. Here, centuries of stories, curiosities and local treasures are just waiting to be discovered.